Good day and welcome to the Eden Report. I'm Talisa Eden and this is the fourth video for this channel. Before we get into today's topic, I want to remind you to please give this video a like, subscribe to the channel, and maybe hit the notification bell so that you can get notified every time new content is available. Okay. Alright, so today's video is kind of going to be a follow-up on the first video I made for this channel. We'll be discussing updates on really strange alien-like structures that just keep popping up all over the world. So let's go. In my first video, I elaborated on strange structures, or monoliths as they're called, that were discovered in Romania and the United States. So here's a quick recap of that video. Hi. Basically, some strange structure, or they call it a monolith, was found in the Utah desert a few weeks ago. Basically, it's some sort of metallic, reflective, triangular object. It kind of looks like that monolith from that 2001 A Space Odyssey. But maybe someone was inspired by that movie and decided to start making this weird structure and leave it in the middle of nowhere for a bunch of sheep farmers or whatever to find it. The strange thing about this, except for the fact that it exists, is that it disappeared. Stranger is that another structure similar to this one showed up yesterday, which was 1 December, in Romania. Maybe I just need to get out more. You know, I consider myself to be a fairly rational person most of the time. It's things like these that'll turn me into a massive conspiracy theorist by the end of the year. I should really start watching more Survivor and less episodes of Ancient Aliens with my family. Thank you. By now, similar monoliths have been discovered all over the world, in California, England, the Netherlands. England now has 3, one on a beach, one in a national park, and one on a sacred hill at Glastonbury. The Netherlands now have their 5th monolith that they found. This one was discovered by a large puddle. It actually looks quite nice. According to Yahoo News, the California monolith has a symbol on it of a red UFO beaming someone up with the word caution written over it. So apparently this structure in California was demolished by Christian conspiracy theorists and was replaced by a cross. But the people responsible for putting the monolith there in the first place, they put up a new one in its place. Deseret News says, later a group replaced the cross with a new monolith. We intended for it to be a piece of guerrilla art, but when it was taken down in such a malicious manner, we decided we needed to replace it. Wade Mackenzie, one of the first California monolith creators, told the New York Times. There was even an owner of a candy store or a sweets shop in Pennsylvania that put up a copycat monolith to attract customers. However, his monolith was stolen shortly after. But this is just a copycat, so I'm not really concerned about the conspiracy or the crime behind it. Yeah. Whatever. The only monolith I really care about the most is the one found in Utah, which was the first one that was discovered. And apparently it was put there in 2016, around that time. Amazing that it was there for nearly 4 years. And just after it was discovered, it disappeared. However, I have some updates for you guys about that. So a witness says he saw 4 people steal the structure in the middle of the night. Sketchy, sketchy. In Express, it says, nature photographer Ross Bernards posted to Instagram to give a detailed account as to what happened. He said, on Friday, 3 friends and myself drove the... I'm going to do that in an American accent. Let me do that over. He said, on Friday, 3 friends and myself drove the 6 hours down to the middle of nowhere in Utah and got to the trailhead around 7 p.m. after passing a sea of cars on our way in. We passed one group as we hiked towards the mysterious monolith. Well, another group was there when we arrived, and they left pretty quick after we got there. For the next hour and 40 minutes, we had the place to ourselves. I had just finished taking some photos of the monolith under the moonlight and was taking a break, thinking about settings I needed to change for my last battery of drone flight when we heard some voices coming up the canyon. We were contemplating packing up our things as they walked up so they could enjoy it for themselves just like we did. Mm-mm-mm. 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 I'm sorry if I offended anyone. I really like accents, so sorry if I offended anyone. That wasn't my intention. Alright, on 9 News it says, right after... it's the same guy, so I still have to do the accent. Right after it had fallen over and made a loud thud, one of them said, this is why you don't leave trash in the desert, Mr. Bernard said. The group broke down the structure into pieces, loaded it into a wheelbarrow, and left. As they were loading it up and walking away, they said, leave no trace, he said. The sheriff's office in San Juan County, Utah, said it's not planning an investigation into the disappearance of the monolith, which had been placed without permission on public land. Illegal. Well, since it's not being investigated, I don't think we're going to find out who put the monolith there in the first place. But honestly, I'm losing track of all these monoliths that keep popping up everywhere. But I think it's the work of artists, if you ask me. That's my opinion. Like the group in California, they put it up, it was taken down, they replaced it. They wanted it to be a form of guerrilla art. So I'm thinking it's a bunch of artists that are putting these things up all over the world. We'll see. Guess we'll just have to wait until someone claims the work as theirs. Thank you so much for watching the video. Feel free to leave a comment down below. Please follow me on Twitter and Instagram. I have 2 Instagram accounts. One is specifically for this channel and the other is for my amateur photography. Please follow me on both. Bye-bye.